Hello folks, time for another video and shave. Alrighty, so after my last video about the little Old Spice, little history about Old Spice there, my son came up to me and he's like, Dad, I watched your video and really cool, but I wanted you to use the lemon. The lemon cologne. So I was like, sorry. So I promised him I would definitely use it on this shave. But so I figured I'll go back to basics where I went back years ago. So I figured, you know what? I haven't used this in a while. I think it's been a couple months. I'm going to go with the Taylor of Old Bond Street Grapefruit. If you like grapefruit, and if you know, and if you know what a fresh cut grapefruit smells like, this is it. Usually I face lather that because it's such a soft cream, but I threw some in my bowl today because the other complaint from my son, the movie critic, was, why don't you use that brush with the funny name? And I'm like, what brush with the funny name? I mean, trying to think of like, like Rich Man Shaving, that's funny? And like, no. I'm like, Craving Shaving? He's like, no. I'm like, DS Cosmetics? He's like, no. I'm like, the Atomic Rocket? I was like, I have so many brushes, and I'm like, the Sterling Kong? The Razor Rocket? He's like, no, that funny name, the Schmoogie Schmuggy Schmoogoo brush. I'm like, oh, the Semogue 830. And he's like, yeah, the Semogue, that Schmoogie brush. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to be using my Semogue 830, which has been sitting here soaking while I was in the shower. Like I said, normally I would just plop some of that cream in the brush and face lather it, but today I want to drag this out anyway. So today I'm going to bowl lather that. I don't think I've ever bowl lathered TOBS Taylor of Old Bond because usually I face lather that. I actually had a really good morning. This is actually my second shower of the day because I had somewhere important to go this morning that involved my lawyer. And we took care of all that and everything went perfect. So I didn't shave for that because I promised my son I would make him this video again. So here's another one for you, Joseph. Wow, the sun is crazy again. In and out, and it's only like, around noon. Alright, so I'm going to do a little pre-shave. I'm going to use my Cube 2.0 today. I'm going to use the big monster. The big Cube 2.0. I don't know if you can actually see the writing on that. And this sucker is big enough to cover my face, the neighbor's face, my cat's face, the dog's face, and my kid's face. Cube 2.0. Good stuff there. Oh, by the way, I found out where the black stuff came on my shaving towel the other day. And that was actually from me just drying off my cube real quick. I'd leave it on like that. I kind of look like old Humphrey Bogart with that black on there. I have a little, either beginning of a pimple or a ingrown hair right dead center under my nose, but maybe today's shave will take care of that. So I'll just rub this in a little bit. Yeah, I was actually going to shave today because I did have to go through a legal matter today, but I wanted to wait till I got home so I can do it the right way and put it on camera for all you lovely folks and for my son who finds pleasure in laughing at all my videos, which is cool. Alright, I'll just let that kind of chill on my face a little bit. Oh, before I even go to lathering this up, razor today is going to be a shocker. I'm using my Merkur Futur. And you can see the Merkur logo right there. So it's not, it's not an imitation. And I'm on number 3, I think. Yep, number 3. And blade-wise I have in here, I have a Ladas. Because the Ladas kind of tames this beast for me. So I have a Ladas in there on its first shave. I was going to put a chroma in there, but yeah, let me throw the Ladas in there. Alright, so going to take the Semogue 30, which has been soaking for a good, I don't know, 20 minutes. Going to lather bowl, and I usually don't bowl lather with this brush because of the tiny handle there, and but it's a cream, so I'm not too wow. The grapefruit, as soon as I touched the brush to the cream in here, it just exploded with that grapefruit scent. Wow. And you know, I can't really have grapefruit anymore because some of the medication I'm on, it says right on the medication, no grapefruit. So, but I did ask my doctor way back when. I was like, I have a soap with grapefruit in it. Is that okay? And he's like, he didn't know, but he was like, sure. So I'm signing off on my doctor on this one. I don't think it gets absorbed in the skin anyway. Just trying to keep this lather off this handle and still make up a, as you can see, it's definitely good lather there. Taylor of Old Bond Street. My first soap after the Vanderhagen back in 2006. I use this, not this particular grapefruit, but I've used, because I don't think it's been out that long. But I've used Taylor of Old Bond. I used it for 10 years. Straight. Different formulas like almond and sandalwood was my favorite. That's what the problem is. Anytime I go into another sandalwood scent by another artisan or another manufacturer, I always compare it to TOBS, you know, to Taylor of Old Bond Street sandalwood, and none of them stack up as far as scent because I think the Taylor of Old Bond Street sandalwood is the strongest. And it's also hated by a lot of people because it's so strong. And I heard that some people do have a reaction to it, but that originally was my original scent. That, and I love the almond, and then I fell in love with the coconut. And then the lavender, which I'm actually all out of lavender. I got to get more, but I do have other lavender soap, so I kind of forget about it. And actually, when I was buying these originally, I think they were only $12 or $13 or $14. I think they went up a little bit in price. I really haven't checked because I haven't had to buy them because I have so many of them. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I got like a hair sticking out of my brush there. But yeah, that looks nice and creamy. So I'll just hydrate that cube that's on my face because my face is the water magnet. And thank you for all the replies I got to that Old Spice / Shulton shave. And if I forget about this mold today, it's totally my fault because it does have a little bit of a scab on it, but I'm probably going to forget. And I am using the Futur today, so the Merkur Futur. Oh, by the way, in my last video, as I was watching it back, when I went home and looked at historical, as in history, oracle, historical, Arials, it sounded like I said hysterical, which I don't know if it was the audio editing or whatever, but it's historical, not hysterical. So we'll see on this one if the audio is different too, but I meant to say historical, as in history, oracle, historical. So I don't know if it was the goofy Jersey accent that came through, but it was weird. A couple people asked me about that. All right, so we'll go with the Semogue 30, and we'll go with the Taylor of Old Bond Street Grapefruit. Cha. I swear, it's almost like putting a fresh cut grapefruit on your face. It's such a, I got lather flying everywhere. That's such an awesome scent. And my Semogue 30, I've had her for definitely over a year. And it is so soft. Because it is broken in perfectly. It's such a nice brush for the price. Actually, when I bought this Semogue 830, I believe it was only $20 or even less. I bought this brush, and I bought the Razor Rock Monster at the same time. Just a little history of my brush stuff there. Boy, this grapefruit smells spectacular. Even my wife said this morning before I left the house, she's like, "You're not going to shave?" I'm like, "Nope, I got to do a video later." She's like, "You're crazy." So, alrighty. Merkur Futur on number 3, Ladas blade, first use. Just trying to be mindful of that mole. Good stuff. Good stuff. I haven't used a Futur in a long time. I remember when I bought the Futur, I got yelled at. Well, not yelled at, but reprimanded by the person who recommended it. That I didn't buy it in the chrome finish or the gold finished. I bought it in the matte finish, and then, oh, it's not going to glide right. That's what they said to me, and I was like, well. And my first couple of shaves were pretty rough, but, you know, then I got used to it. Some people complain that it's got too big of a head, front of the nose. Fits my schnoz pretty good. I did have a couple little weepers last shave around my mouth, so I'm going to try to be at least a little conscientious of that. But sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget there in the middle of the shave. Wow, that was a good first pass. And I'll tell you what, the Futur definitely mows it down. Like right now, if I had to go somewhere and look presentable, I would be fine, but I gotta chase that BBS. You know how it goes. Alright, I got plenty of lather, so why not use it, right, Glenn? Oh, good stuff. Mmm. Such an inviting scent, that grapefruit. Like I said, I was actually going to shave with Vanule's Limoncello today, but something just told me, hey, grapefruit's calling your name. And that'll kind of go okay with lime later when I'm done. I think anyway. Because it's shaving, it's not rocket science. So, whatever floats your boat. Alright, so now we're just going to go against the grain. With the Merkur Futur. I actually still wish I had the Merkur Vision, because I saw a couple shaves lately that people were using, and I sold my Vision after I got the Futur, because I figured, oh, I'm going to get the Futur, I don't need the Vision. And at the time I wasn't a fan of butterfly style razors with the butterfly head on them. You know, one razor that I do need to get is a Progress. Because I have a Parker variant. I have a Rex Ambassador, which is the king of all the adjustables I have. But I don't have a Merkur Progress. What's held me back on the Progress was I don't really like that plasticky knob on the bottom. But I know you can get a custom one with like an aluminum knob, or a custom knob you can get ordered. Alright, let's see. Let's see how she feels. All I know is I am so glad that the legal proceedings I had to go through today went nice and smooth. Yeah, feeling pretty good. For some reason my palm today, I must have hit my palm today, because my palm is awfully sensitive today. Nothing to do with shaving. I think I'm just going to hit myself a little bit under the chin area with some more lather. Just so I have the slickness for the beast. For the beast. Alright, I'm kind of feeling it on the neck, so I'm going to kill it there. Well, actually I got lather all the way up on my sink. I am just like the lather slinger. Wow, I got some good whiskers down in the sink. Just going to wipe off my sink because I, of course, got water everywhere. Yeah, so anyway, I was wondering, I thought my granddaughter got my little shaving towel that I keep on the sink dirty with hair dye, but it wasn't hair dye. I noticed that when I wiped my cube off the other day, since it's new, it left a little black residue on it. So I blamed the poor little girl, and it wasn't even her fault. It was actually her birthday at the beginning of the week. Now she's a teenager. Uh-oh. Just doing a quick cold water rinse here, folks. Wow, I still got good slickness. The combination between the Taylor of Bond Street and the Cube 2.0. Definitely some good slickness. Yeah. Alright. Boy, that's refreshing. Wow, this towel's feeling a little rough today. Just checking out, make sure I'm still recording. Sometimes you never know. You're having a great shave and then the camera didn't catch any of it sometimes. So, alrighty. Good stuff. Let me just wipe off some of that extra froth that flew off the canister there. Alright, so let me go over the shave before I throw any post shave on. Plus, it'll give it time if I do have any weepers. We'll see if they pop out, but I think I'm good. Alright, so the soap, whoa, almost knocked my razor off. The soap today was Taylor of Bond Street Grapefruit. Such a great scent. I like to just smell this right out of the tub. Mmm. That is delicious. Delicious. Don't eat it though because it is going to taste like soap. Razor today was the Merkur Futur on setting number 3. And there's that Merkur logo. And blade that was in here today was a Ladas. See if she'll stay right there. Was a Ladas blade on its first use. It's a great blade I like in this razor. It kind of tames it for me, so it's not so beastly. And that was on its first shave. I'll put my Merkur back up in the rack until I'm ready to clean it up. Because I always clean my razors when I'm done. Because a nice little simple wipe down saves you from having to scrub them. Okay, so I bowl lathered that today and I used my Semogue 830. Which usually isn't my bowl lathering brush, but today it was. And you can still see there's plenty of goodness of that Taylor of Bond Street Grapefruit. Oh, it smells spectacular. What's really awesome about that grapefruit scent is it's so aromatic. I mean, if you left that container open, it would definitely fill up your entire bathroom with the scent of grapefruit. Now, I don't know if some people have any reactions to the grapefruit itself. It doesn't affect my skin at all, and I don't think I've ever seen any videos or any reviews where it said that the grapefruit irritated them at any point. So, just rinsing out my Semogue brush real quick because I want to show you the awesome bloom that this knot has. Because you know, when you first get like this is a boar brush. You know, I fixed that stupid toilet like 3 weeks ago and it still runs every now and then. Ugh. I'm going to have to adjust something. It was pretty much a non-adjustable flap right button there. So, anyway. Yeah, so some boar brushes you get, you know, it stays stiff and hard for long uses, but look at that. I call it the bloomin' onion because this thing is beautiful. Semogue 830. It's from Portugal, I believe. And, little itch. Great brush. I think it took about 10 shaves to kind of break it in all the way. I've had this for, I think it's definitely over a year. It might even be coming close to 2 years now. But look at that. That is such an awesome bloom on that. Good stuff. It has its own little rack too. Its own little hanger. Just hanging up there. It hangs actually in its rack with the rock with my Rockwell. which I didn't use today. All right, so I think I'm ready for something. So I am going to finish off with the Old Spice lime that my son, you know, acquired for me. But just for a little bit of splash action before I put on the cologne, because it's not an aftershave splash Old Spice, but the LimeSec is a nice splash. It pairs well with the grapefruit. Got some nice zing to it when you splash it on. And it's definitely going to go good with the lime cologne. So that was LimeSec. Another one of my favorite aftershave splashes. I'm just going to kind of let this set up on my face, because sometimes when I put the LimeSec on, we'll see if I have any weepers for real. And I'll rinse out my bowl in the meantime. Like I said, I usually don't bowl out there, Tail of Old Bond Street, because it's a nice soft cream. But today, you know, I'm on camera. Why not, right? And I use a Semogue 830 brush, so hey, you know, it's kind of a nice little, sort of an economical shave. The razor isn't $1 million razor. I know it's around, I think I picked that one up back in the day for 70 or 80 bucks, but I think it's around, say in the high side, maybe 90 bucks. But I actually got lucky and found a coupon code when I bought that one back years ago. So, alright, that was the old timeless bowl. Has ridges in there. Makes you whip up that nice lather. Alright. My face is feeling good. I had like one little weeper there, but nothing to write home about. So now it is time for one of my son's finds. Some Old Spice Lime Cologne from the Schulten Corporation. The original. I don't know if you can see that on the back, but it does say Schulten right there. And let me tell you, this smells so good. So good. I wish they would make this again. Oh man. It has that Old Spice, like a little bit like Old Spice scent with a lime scent, which is beautiful. Oh, it's so good. And that bottle's nice and up there too. You know, it's not like it's empty. So that's the Old Spice Lime from Schulten. I don't know if you can see the back because of the camera angle, but it does say Schulten on the back there. Good stuff. Alrighty. That was one heck of a shave. Alright folks, so if you liked my video, thumbs up. If you didn't like it, say thumbs down. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. And yeah, until next shave, Glenn signing off.